Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. Welcome to the latest streaming Saturday with VM Campos. That's me. This is the series where we play some Magic, Magic Arena, maybe do some other stuff throughout the night. I forgot to change actually my itinerary on screen. I'll change that in a moment. But let's do our card camera check. First of all, I don't like how overexposed my cam looks. So just let's take one quick moment here. See if we can get better exposure on this camera. I thought I said it. I look almost like a ghost. But let's see. Configure video. We cannot see this, but I can set my cameras here instead of auto exposure. Can we do this? At least I have some definition there. Yeah, that'll work there. Okay, so that camera is good. Then we'll check over on the full screen cam. There's the full screen cam, looks good. I think there's a little bit too much empty space at the top. I should either lift up my chair or lower my camera. That is good right there. That's fine. There's a secret comic over there, if anyone can guess what it is. I don't think I've shared it on any of my social media just yet. There's a comic over there that we might talk about later. Here's the full screen cam. Seems to look pretty good. Then going over to the web browser cam. There's the web browser cam in case we need to go online and look stuff up. Meander on the internet and so forth, so that looks good. And then we'll switch over to the card cam. There's a card cam over there. I could probably put a picture-in-picture sort of thing and put myself up in the corner somewhere, maybe one day. I don't have, spoiler alert, I don't have any cards to actually open up, but I do have some snacks. So we'll open this up a little bit later and try that out. And for those of you that are a little bit more spice averse, you might think that I am mental for what this snack is, but we'll see. Plus there's other stuff back here that we'll look at. These are comics. We'll look at some comics a little bit later. And then the main game. Here's the main game, and I forgot to change the schedule. Let's change up the schedule a little bit. So, whoops. So what we are doing is... So here's what our schedule actually is. So schedule, we've got... let's start here. So the schedule for tonight is gold digging. Then we've got AFR constructed. Snack chat. Actually, I usually put this as hashtag snack chat for some reason. And actually, what I want to do before the constructed is I want to do comic books. Then AFR constructed, then snack chat, then after that, do we draft after that? We can try draft after that. So after snack chat, that's AFR draft. Then after that, some brawl. And then maybe ladder. So that's some general idea, general plans of what our night will be about. So thanks everyone for coming to join. We'll have some fun times with... Let me just clear some of these notifications. Don't you hate it when you get these notifications in Discord? But it's actually just one of these hello everyone notifications. I'll answer that if Darth Squidius drops by. I'll tell you all about what ETFs are. But if not, okay. So let's start. Let's do the gold digging. I'm gonna re-roll it. 20 creatures versus 30 creatures. Let's re-roll this one and see it stayed at 50. Okay, so red and green and creatures. So that the most efficient way to grab that gold is to play my Phylath deck, which I have not updated in a long time. This deck is, what I like to do is go to the various places where the meta is discussed, and I like to see a meta deck but then turn it into a Brawl deck, because as we all know, Brawl is the best format on Arena. And the way that I like to play Arena is through Brawl, and I can't wait until they put Historic Brawl there. They keep teasing us here and there, putting it out once in a while to play, and then taking it away cruelly. So hopefully we get that as a permanent queue. I sort of feel that if they make Historic Brawl the permanent format, it will supplant plain Brawl, which is rotation based. People hate that, so I could see why people might not like that. Hey Stevie, how are you doing? We just started our first game here. I'm trying to win today's gold, and I'm playing this red and green deck. I've got various things to do later today as the night goes on. One of the things is I'm going to open up this bag of spicy chips. We'll give that a taste later. Rally the Ranks is pretty cool. It's an Anthem effect, but you have to pick a creature type, so it's not as good as some of the other ones, but they know what they're doing. Missed a land drop. Amazing. Okay, well, this is a pseudo land drop over here, but not really. So how's your day so far? Any fun stuff going on? Okay, if I get one more land, I can pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can pay 5 mana. Okay, there's 5 mana. What can I do with 5 mana? Guess we'll put out the Planeswalker, and what they'll do is they'll go and attack it. That might not be the best. Alright, let's see if they block like this. If they block this and I lose it, that's fine. We'll give them one of these. Give them one of these because they figured it out. Okay, so we'll let that go through. Maybe we'll just drop several creatures. Now we'll keep that. So if they attack, they might have a bite mechanic. Toski, okay, fine. They're gonna do it this way. That card triggers me so hard whenever I see it. So here's what's going to happen. This is what always happens every single turn. A person has always has a way to remove my blockers, and they always manage to do a strike with Toski. So it's impossible that a person doesn't get a card off of, well, except this time, I guess. First time ever. People always luck into People always luck into a way to get at least one thing across. Now these come in tapped. They haven't played their land yet, have they? Who knows? They're going to tap out because they must. Missing these land drops. Let's create a those were the two lands coming at me right there. Lotus Cobra. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 5 mana. If I get my 6th mana next, I can finally play Phylath. They're at 4, 5, 6 mana. They could play their own commander. They're gonna go this way instead. I can block that, although this is what I'm saying. I'm sure they're gonna have this bite. Okay, if they go to hit that, I don't care about that at all. And if they pump it up at the last minute, I don't care about that either. There we go. And they don't get their card draw. Cycle that, fine. No land for them. Okay, here's my 6th mana. Have a bunch of blockers. Didn't pull anything off of that. Ferocity of the Wilds is really fun in this deck because it gives all non-human attacking creatures +1/+0. So those little plants right there, which are 0/1s, once I bring out this Ferocity of the Wilds, they all become 1/1s. I've got 4 of them at the moment, so that's a bunch of damage, a bunch of creature warriors, and a sequence, fine. Must attack with a single green. Yeah, I doubt this will do anything meaningful. Great. Okay, so I can Lotus Cobra to make a bunch of mana, which is not even necessary. I already have all the mana that I need. Exile target creature cards you control, then reveal cards on the top until you reveal a creature. Exile a creature. Well, I can kill a plant and just get anything for free. Is that even worth it? Get a free one of those, which is not amazing. Let's play that, play that. Get a green. Get that Ferocity. Attack with everything except... I have blockers. Attack. This is a human peasant. Yeah, let's just toss that in there as well. So everything gets stronger. /5 trample gets through. Everything gets +1 and trample. I love it. So oh, exactly perfect. Perfect final damage. Killed by a plant. Killed by a weed growing in the garden. Starts off as a 0/1. With Ferocity of the Wilds, attacking non-human creatures, get +1 and trample. So these two little plants right here, which are normally 0/1s, became the final one, the final 2 bits of damage to get through before Maja, Retagard, Protector hit the field. let's keep going. Let's see if we can keep getting this plant train still on track. Oh, I should do my fun little things over here again. That was an epic riff for my epic plants that that epically defeated my opponent. Here's another one of these auras. They go first. I have a bunch of mana to quickly get mana ramp. Double green, cultivate, they go first. Alright, so not too defensive, but it's all about ramping here. Roiling Regrowth would be amazing if I could cast that, if I've got Phylath out. It's going to be a little slow until turn 3, unfortunately. Them 2. But they've already got something on the board on turn 3. Core Celebrant, make a bunch of life. Not a big deal. Is it valuable to play that Cobra? If I drop it and a land, I only get 2 in total, so it's not. Two, three, 4, 5. This is 5 mana next turn. I can create Garruk Unleashed, and then that will create a beast. Going with the big brain play over here. Okay, so how valuable... Oh, can I Cinderclasm? Will that only get rid of one thing? Yeah, I guess we'll do that. If I can play one more mana, I'm at the right spot. Okay. Okay, if they don't kill Phylath the next turn, I can do some really cool stuff with Roiling Regrowth. If they kill it, I guess I can resummon it, not too bad, and then get even more plants. They're looking at it, so obviously... I always get so paranoid when people start to look at my... yeah, see, they're gonna kill it. I always get paranoid when I see people look at my stuff. It definitely looks like they're ready to kill. Alright, I should still be able to resummon it next turn, right? Because I can do this and play another this, and then do another this. Now, of course, what's going to happen is that they're going to have another kill spell. Or if they mutate, are they going to have another mutate onto that Dirge Bat? Hey, Mark, how are you doing? They didn't have another mutate. Great, okay. Do I have any removal? Okay, let's do this. I can play this card. Then Vivian can... I can put out a Vivian. Now let's make a bunch of... Let's make a bunch of cool creatures here. Okay, so I'm going to destroy one of my own lands. Why would I destroy my own land? So I can bring more lands. Thusly. And then trigger this, trigger this, trigger this, trigger this. Then do one of these. one of these and these, and then attack with all of these and leave a bunch of plants behind the scenes. Plant attack. There you go. 4-5, 4-5, 3-4, 5-5. And they're like, no, I can take all the damage. Yes, of course you can, but how long can you actually do it? Okay, worthless. Still have 5 mana in total. That could easily be a kill spell if they go hit my flyer. Do not care. I mean, my planeswalker. Do not care. I can still plus. Alright. As for myself, let us +1 another creature. Vivian for a flyer. I mean for a reach, for a reacher. Play off the top of the deck. Draw that. Attack with all of this. You're a little tired, you finish mowing the lawn, trimming the trees, kicking back with coffee and magic. Okay, I do not think they can do 21 damage to me next turn, and if they see my scary planeswalkers over there, hopefully they put some of the brunt onto my planeswalkers, because that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, that's 18 damage, 19 damage there. That's 19 damage if they go all at me, but actually I can only take 2 in the air, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, go hit that planeswalker, do not care. Okay, fine, you're gonna take out both my planeswalkers. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Take them both out. You have 1 less defense. Alright, let's do this. Let's give all green creatures a +1. Let's draw another card off of that. Arcane Sig. Now let's do another Planeswalker. Let's exile 1 plant and get a free creature. Nice. Then that will add a mana of any color. That's fine. Let's just go for it all. Yes, Manjara's going to draw another card, but deal with that. It's going to be 6 damage from all those plants, definitely. And there's 15 from those other plants, 3 from the Lotus Cobra, 6 from Phylath, 4 from a beast, 6 from a cat, and see what they decide. Math is for blockers. Okay, so that core will live. Manjaro. Math is for blockers. You really wanted to keep your important pieces, but perhaps you should have also checked the math. Obviously, they wanted to keep still that Victor's Envoy, because at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1 counter on each other creature you control. That works best if you have a go-wide deck. This was not wide enough for that to matter. You wanted to keep your core Celebrant to gain 1 life every time you summoned a new creature. But you got greedy, and then my plants. Speaking of mowing the garden, mowing the lawn, this is what happens. This is what happens if you don't mow the lawn. You will get -2 life. What plane does Luca come from? Luca comes from Ikoria. They've got the little Ikoria logo. So their story. What's funny is that this is unfortunately an example of wizards not knowing what the left hand is doing when the right hand is doing. You know, what does the phrase go? Your left hand not knowing what your right hand is doing? Because in the magic cards, the story of Luca is actually different than the Luca in the novel or the online fiction or something. You know, one of those two. One is the cards and one is the other. And in them, they are quite a different character, unfortunately. On one of them, the character is more of a villainous character, and on the other one, it's more of a good guy character. So which is canon and which are we following? I don't know. But the idea is that Luca has that. He always hated the animals, because in the world of Ikoria, the animals, the humans really hate the animals because they're so big and scary. So Luca is raised to hate the animals because, you know, that's what you do. And one day he discovers that actually he has the ability to talk to animals and stuff, like Dr. Dolittle or a furry, and he becomes friends with that tiger flyer thing and realizes, okay, animals are not so bad, you just need to be able to communicate with them. And then so in one of the stories, he redeems himself or whatever, but on the other one, he uses a catalyst to become more villainous than heroic, something like that. And that is Half-Hearted Ikoria story time with VM Campos. Thanks for the GG. Let's see, how are we at the gold digging? We claimed one, and we just need to do one more. So all I need to do is create 20 creatures. Let's play one more of those, and then we're ready to move on to the next parts of the stream. So fast already. This is a red-green deck, so I was able to claim the red-green rewards quickly. But we still have plenty of magic to play. Ooh, the opponent has Tiamat. Okay, so you're going to throw in every color in the book. But we'll see if they... We'll see how they play. Most people play with a mishmash of stuff rather than being a little bit more focused, as is the true nature of this format. Have a shock ready in case they put out a mana dork. Okay. Hopefully they don't counter this. I'm always wary with open blue mana, but I doubt they'll have counter spells. If you're playing a 5-color Tiamat deck with counter spells, you're not playing it right. What a loser. Alright, so 4th turn. Can play a beast. If I get my 5th mana, I can play Vivian. How close are they to Tiamat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're passing with all that mana. I guess, and it's further pausing for them. So what do I care about losing more? What do I care about less? Well, I can't even cast it full. Let's go for it. So it's definitely a counter spell deck, so have fun playing against yourself. Alright, so let's play against a real opponent that does want to play. That might have actually gotten me to the point of... Oh, okay, it got me already there, so let's move on to a different game and such. Oh, look at that. Are the flags back? All the flag... Not all, but the flags are back. I have Germany, Brazil, Italy, South Korea, Russia, Spain. I already got the ones that I wanted. No disrespect to any other nation and their flag, but don't have a lot of attachments to the other flags. But that's cool. Got some flags for sale. Flag sleeves. They even ruffle in the wind and everything. Ordem e progresso. That's order and progress. In Latin, I suppose. Or it might be Portuguese. How many flags of the world actually have text on them? That'd be a cool trivia question. I think the US flag is backwards, however. If it's going to hang that way, does the blue fall to the left or to the right? I don't know about other countries, but there's always these laws and statutes on everything. And in the US, there is the... Alright, we'll be here, no problem. There's these statutes and such, because I feel like... See, if you tilt your head to the right, you will see that the Spanish flag is correct. The crest is on the left there. And I think there's a certain direction of the British flag, even though to an American's eyes it looks the same. But if you look carefully, you do see that part of the stripe is thicker and thinner on a certain side, and I'm sure that on one of these directions is the right direction to see it at. Probably, if I tilt my head to the right. And then Russia, don't remember, is the red on top or the bottom? I'm so bad at this, sorry for everyone. Italy, I think all of these are, on all of these you have to tilt your head to the right, which, if you look at the US flag, tilting your head to the right is upside down. So just a little thing I noticed there. 99% of the flags of the world are a rectangle, but there are a couple of nations that they are not a rectangle. And I believe it's Nepal that is triangular. So that's some more fun facts there. And there's even flags of cities and such. We have a flag of California, we have a flag of San Diego. So they've got Thassa, Mono Blue. Mine is more complicated with a variety of colors. That's not a good hand. Okay, Mystical Dispute, perfect. Although I want that Zagoth Triome. Yeah, I'm gonna wreck them with this Mystical Dispute when they summon their Thassa, and it will feel so good, because Thassa is definitely one of my least favorite commanders. So can I afford for them to do something on turn 2? Fine. Let's play a tap land here. I'll hold on to one of my only ways of removing Thassa. Passing, okay. So that gives me access to blue, black, and everything. If I play Wolf Willow Haven and they counter it, yeah, the main thing okay, if they use up a counter spell here, I can live with that. Because the main thing is I need that Mystical Dispute ready to counter their Thassa, because there's no way for me to get rid of it once it's on the battlefield, I think. Actually, wait, I have Pyrrhica's Libation. That has them sacrifice an enchantment, so that would take care of Thassa. But I kind of feel better if I were to counterspell Thassa. 3 blue. Okay, they're gonna look at who's. This is cool. You can look at. And they're looking at themselves. Okay, so they're surveilling themselves. Coming out with a 3-2, and they kept it on top. Okay. Obviously, next turn, they're going to have their Thassa, and they want to recur that Draugr thought over and over because they want that. Okay, so we are playing a land, passing. Let's see if they go for their 4th mana and play their commander, or will they attack first to test me? Okay, yeah, let's go with one of these quick plays like that. They didn't play. Okay, fine. Can I kill? Let's go with a kill if they use up their counterspell there. Do I want to do that? Counter target spell, fine. Alright, so this is my 5th mana for Giganta. I could play Giganta right now to set up. It might be more devastating to actually play Giganta, even though they will play Thassa. Okay, that's fine. I think I can. What colors do I need here? I have double blue. I have all the colors that I need, kind of, but I actually need the land itself, just in case. Let's play Giganta. I don't think they can deal with Giganta. Hopefully they'll play their 4th land and play their Thassa. Get greedy about it. The next turn, Fabrika's Libation to destroy it and wreck their plans. Ooh, tap land. So sad. So fine. That'll make a reflection blocker. Do not care. Ooh, I can destroy everything. Although my own Blood on the Snow, I haven't put the mana base in this to be snow. Can double block, which I wouldn't mind. I doubt they'll double block because they'll want their Draugr or their Altrios. Yeah, if they lose that, that's fine because then they'll just Thassa to bring it back. Okay, let's see if they go for it. 4 mana untapped, play Thassa. Okay, they have 1 extra blue. Are they going to be able to protect it with their own mystical dispute? Single blue, do you have 1 mystical dispute or force spike, or what is there? Single blue. Nothing. Take that, Thassa player! I am fulfilling my destiny. Then I will keep the that return to nature for the right time. I will keep that Fabrika's Libation for if they do manage to resummon their Thassa. That's another way to get rid of it, since it is a... Come on, draw me a cool thing. Well, I could attack with this, and then that an opt? So I can attack with this. Zulaport, whatever, fine. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. They will have 6 mana. They will have 6 mana to resummon. Yeah, let's do a board wipe over here, which is fine. I can recast that. They'll think I've got shields down. Hopefully they'll pay their 6 mana to 4, 5, 6. If they summon Thassa at this point, I can Pharika's Libation it. Because their whole plan is to have Thassa's Oracle out, but they're still going to wait for... Well, they don't have enough, I suppose. And passing with 3 mana. Let's see about Pestilent Hazing over here. There's the 6th mana. Okay, they're gonna return. They can't return anything. That's fine. Where's my ultimatum? Okay, I'm going to bounce Giganta back to my hand, which is not a big deal because we can cast it for cheaper. Passing with double blue, that could be a Essence Scatter. Do that later. Yep, that's an Essence Scatter right there, but then I can still Binding of the Old Gods to their flyer, I suppose? No, to their Shipwreck Dowser. Okay, I can still play it maybe? What would they want to rebounce? That Shipwreck. If they keep bouncing things back with Roaming Ghostlight, I don't care. And if they bounce back the Old Gods, I don't care. One target creature. Alright, so that's going to come in. It's got a single blue. Ruin Crab. Ruin Crab, but no way to deal with it. Okay. Bounce back something. I guess they'll bounce back my Giganta. Fine. Okay, I go get a forest. Your opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Recast Giganta. 7 whole mana, or 8 whole mana to resummon Thassa. Tome Raider. Definitely want to keep bouncing that. Come on, where's my ultimatum? I have all the mana that I need, but where's my payoff? So much mana. Let's see if it doesn't get milled away. Nothing too important. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that one's gonna hit me for 2 more mills. That was some good stuff. If my stuff lands on the board, I'm good. But okay, those mills right there hopefully get me to my ultimatum. Nothing to destroy. Those are not enchantment creatures. Giganta gets Death Touch. Coma, yeah. That wins the game. I guess their final card in hand is a final... Well, this spell cannot be countered, so GG. They are going to be hitting me with 4 damage in the air, however. So... I'm on a 2-turn clock. Coma can let me tap their flyers. Do not care. Ooh, that one was nice, but do not... Well, that's some good stuff, but don't care. Thassa will do a bounce back of something. Let's read this. Sacrifice and tap. Okay, guess I can tap their Ghost Light. So that'll only be 1 damage in the air. Bounce back. What do you want to bounce back? Do you want to draw a card, or do you want to hit one of my things? Yeah, no, they want to hit one of my things. Okay, fine. What do you want to bounce back? Probably Coma. Fine. There's my ultimatum, but I can't play it. God. Okay, is there any way we can get out of it? It's gonna be 3... I think we'll be okay. We'll have a... Coma Serpent to tap stuff. I can tap their Thassa, get 4 damage in the air. Do not care. I'm gonna pay 4 to block. They're gonna pay 4 to tap something of mine, which is fine, because I can do the same. Three, 4, 5. That's 5 damage in total. Might as well tap out over here as well. Do a little scry. Anything good to come out? Shadow's Verdict will be useful. Okay, let's see. We're not going to get 7 damage, right? 3, 4, 5. We're only going to get 5 damage. Okay, we'll be okay. We'll only get 5 damage. We'll trigger them some more this way. So they're going to bounce back Coma, which is fine. We're going to wreck their life with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do this. Thassa is offline. Then let's Emergent Ultimatum. And what we need to do here is either an extra turn or a haste is not going to help too much. Well, actually my hand is incredibly light. Okay, well, Shatter the Sky. And exile that, or yeah, we'll do that. Take an extra turn. Yeah, this will be great. So take your pick. What would you like to throw back? If they throw back my extra turns, I have a way to kill their only attacker. So okay, they're throwing. What are they throwing back? What are they throwing back? You have to read it carefully. If you've never seen that ultimatum, you have to read it carefully. And then the first time you get wrecked by it, then you know exactly how it works. But hopefully I picked 3 possible things to wreck it. 2 ways to kill their only flyer. And then if I take an... Okay, they're throwing back the extra turns, which is fine. So, let's... let's select both of these things. So, this goes to show you, once again, don't let me waste my time whenever I get paired up with a Thassa player, because again, this was just a waste of time. It had to, of course, come down to the final counterspell. And I've said this before, and I don't know why I even gave it a shot, but it's always a waste of time to play against that mono blue Thassa player, so remind me next time, don't even try against them, because they are horrible. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. Maybe we'll do draft and the like. Alright, we are back. So, I had something in my mind, but I forgot already. Oh yeah, that old Gnawbone deck, the comment. I'm not sure if Mark hears at the moment, but that Gnawbone deck, here's a little secret about that. The version for Brawl is not as good as I would have liked. I played it several times, and you know, I made the deck, I made the video, I put my seal of approval on it, but I kept playing the deck over and over, and it didn't work as well as I theory crafted it. So I actually deleted it from my account here. I could bring it back from wherever I've got it, where I have my decks stored, but it's just that that deck wasn't as good as I thought. Let me pull it up here if I still have the stats. It should still show the stats. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here's behind the curtains for all of the faithful VMC crew that all of you are. So here's my stats for this. This is I made 5 versions of this, and it's got a 29% win rate, 7 wins to 17 losses. If I go back to the very first version, that was 2 to 5 losses. And then the next version was 3 to 9 losses. And then version 3 was 0 to 1 losses. Version 4 was 0 to 1 losses. The last version was 2 to 1 wins. But in total, so it was a 2 to 1 wins right there. But in total, that deck, I played it for 2.5 hours, and it was 7 to 17. So, yes, I've got that brand new deck video in YouTube, and I put my seal of approval on it, but the Brawl deck version, I think, is not as strong as it could be because it's kind of limited card pool. But I do have a link in that video to go check out my Commander version of the deck. And I think that one's better because it just has more cards to work with. At 60 cards, I think this mono green deck is not as good as it could be. And I don't know why, but because my what's it called, the Kogla deck, I think that works fine. So what if I just put Gnawbone on the Kogla deck? How would that work? I'm curious about that. Let's see. Event. Brawl. Kogla. It's not amazing. It's 6 to 6. I'm kind of curious right here. I am going to go back to the game. I'm going to take this Kogla deck and clone it. And then just stick Gnawbone on it. Which is which? Okay. Brawl, Gnawbone. Okay, so we'll say this is Brawl, this is Gnawbone version 2.0. Alright, so let's play this tech a little bit. This is just shoehorning a previously existing deck with a brand new commander. Oops, I also need to change. No, I did change it. Okay. So I do actually want to change. To distinguish it, I'll change the sleeves. Let's put Vivian. That Kogla deck is about summoning big creatures. Mono green, summon a bunch of creatures. Gnawbone is mostly like that too, although it has a focus on some haste creatures. But let's see what we get. So, third turn, I've got something to do. Demillionaire is the opponent. I can cycle that. Turn 3 Beanstalk to ramp. They are blue and white with Vega. They care about foretelling cards. Let's look at their sleeve. Very cool. Muyanling's flowing robes. Monk class. Let's cycle this. Tomat's crypt. Alright, ramp. Next turn, Yorvo. 3, 4, 5. I'll have 5 in total. They're foretelling. Ooh, they missed a land drop. Not good. I, on the other hand, am quite on track. They're probably gonna concede. They're too far behind. Mono green. I'm not saying it's easy mode or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying that mono green like this. So okay, they're not too far behind. They still have 1 mana left. They could probably opt. What will single blue do? Because that costs double. Oh, reason borrow. Okay. Fine, I guess I could get a bigger creature. So that was a 4/4. How about a 7/6? Four mana in total. They have 4 mana in total. They could summon their Vega, and then maybe have a counterspell ready to protect it. Because if not, my Thorn Mammoth. Well, actually, Old Gnawbone. I can cast Old Gnawbone already. Fake. Fine. Ominous Sea. There's Gnawbone. I feel like I was able to summon this Gnawbone way faster than on the dedicated Gnawbone deck. Okay, they have enough mana for Shatter the Sky. Are they gonna Shatter the Sky? Or Doomscar? That's what they're gonna do. That's what they foretold on turn 1. Here comes Doomscar. Oh, that's close enough. So, can do that there. How about another big creature? I'm sure they've got a Doomscar tucked away. You're gonna run out of resources soon enough. Your own bird. Oh, the humanity. Probably shouldn't have summoned that Mystic anyway, because that's going to be Doomscar next turn. I'm sure they're waiting for... Are they going to Doomscar with 2 creatures out? Wouldn't be terrible. Okay. They have A single blue mana. Is that single blue mana enough to ruin my plans? Of course it will be. So, single blue mana. Let's see if we can get this to work. Yep, there's some sort of protection. Oh, okay. So Doom Scar will happen next, so I won't summon Yorvu. Five mana. Eventually... Are they going to start mana sinking that? Okay. Go back to the hand so that they can do the kill the mammoth. Then they can still summon that as a blocker. I had that freaking Tormod script out earlier. I hate that I do this all the time. I'm tired of when I press Tormod script being on the field, you have to constantly tap it to do its thing, and then that gets annoying to keep tapping it to pass. So then I don't always play it. But if I had the Tormod script out, I could have gotten rid of that giant killer so they didn't have to resummon it and kill my mammoth. So, and then Dream Trawler is one of the most unstoppable creatures ever. So, can we get out of this? They have the eight counters on that to keep resummoning the Kraken. Yeah, I'm tired of this. Okay, so let's move on. Control players can often be a little bit tricky, so let's move on. I'm going to give it a shot one more time with this deck, but that's what I was saying earlier. The point of this is that this that deck might still need some tuning. Hey there, Gunner TLC, how are you doing? Yep, Luca is from Ikoria. They made a return in Strixhaven. They came to Strixhaven to hang out and do stuff. So anyway, how are you doing? How's your week gone so far? How is your weekend going? You might not have visited the stream before. Apologies if I don't recognize your name. People's names are so different on every network. But welcome. What's your favorite color of Magic? So playing the 2-mana, a Johnny's Scrymate is what some people describe this at in their turn 1 play. I don't have anything until turn 3. So they're gonna pop up with life very easily. Yeah, I'm so slow here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to play the Heraldic Banner. Take a bunch of hits until I stabilize on mine. They have a very low cost efficient deck. They're gonna gain life a couple of times here at least. Usually a person would have done a bunch of life gain there, but... And they've got 3 cards left in hand, so no worries, I'm sure they'll do that next turn. As for myself, well, my affectionate Indrik is still far away from it. Manjara... Yeah, such an aggro deck. Okay, so... They're gonna gain life from Manjara. Well, that's game over. Yeah, they just aggroed me out. I have this deck that is very good ramp, but it really fell behind because they were able to play so many things on curve. So, alright, I'm gonna play this Forgotten Realms Constructed. Bring a deck and play games using cards only from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. You'll receive rewards based on how many wins. So we'll just maybe play a little bit of this. I don't have any only AFR decks constructed, so we'll have a fun time constructing this. So let's see what do we have. Any special lands? What are all of the mythics I've collected? Oh yeah, well, I've got all the dragons. Ebon Death is a 4/4. Let's see about this. This might be a little fun. And there's this other forecasting cost dragon. How many of those do I have? I've got 3 of them. What are the rares I have? Nadar. Let's get that in there. Teleportation circle enchantment at the beginning of your end step. Exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return. Okay, this is going to enable a bunch of venturing. Dancing Sword. Do I want to go red-white? Welcome back. Building a brand new deck of only Ikoria cards. 1/1 death touch. What if I do a lot of equipment? Black white. What about if we do black white equipment? I think that would be cool. Let's do black white equipment. Let me save this. So there's an event going on right now that if you play it with a deck with only cards from the newest set, that's kind of cool. So let's do AFR only. I never got the. Oh, I did get the Orzhov sleeves. What are the uncommons? Okay, venture. What's all the venture? Venture in equipments. I think that's the thing we need to do. Not as many as I would have thought. And then equipments. How many equipments? Oh, this is a good equipment. Those are the only equipments that I got in these colors. Okay. What else do we want to... Oh, what about common... Common equipments and common ventures? I definitely want to do as much of this venturing as I can. And I need the removal. Do we have any exile? What's all the exile? Divine Smite. Target creature or planeswalker opponent controls phases out. Not permanent enough. What destroy effects do we have? Oh yeah, Power Word Kill. That's the only destroy that we have here? Fine. Gotta catch up all, and then we'll put one more... Oh, we have that. Okay. So we have some equipment, we have some venturing. Creatures is 14, a little bit low. Got some adventure stuff going on, a couple of scary dragons. Alright, we'll try this out. So here's a brand new deck. I've never played it before. I made it right now. It is focused only on the newest cards. And together we can see how we might improve it. So if anyone's got ideas on improving it as we go on. Well, first I've got a little removal there. Nadar, mana for it. Alright, let's see what we get with this. I have the Wither Bloom. And my own equipment. Carl Marximus. Okay. They went with the aggro Gruul, but I'll have mine next turn. It's 5 damage already. But got my... oh, actually, why not remove that? Let's venture... yeah, let's gain some life off of that because we're dealing with an aggro player. Let's see if that one life makes a difference. So yeah, it's all equipment all around, so they're already at 5 more damage there. Plus ward. Not good, because then I can't kill that. So they're all... at least they're out of cards, out of hand. Well, that's a blocker. Hopefully they don't get another equipment on it. So let's scry into a land. Okay, I need a land. So hopefully they don't get another equipment. No equipment. Okay, good. And then now that's the... oh, great. Well, aggro player... why do the aggro players always have to ruin everything? Alright, let's try next round. So I'm just trying to venture and such. But I guess people want to play the most aggro way possible. That's a cool card. Alright everyone, to be honest, I'm kind of fading on today's stream. Tell me what you want to do or we'll kind of wrap things up. If not, if I don't get some feedback from the stream, so you know, tell me what you want to do and we might do it, but for the moment I'm kind of thinking of wrapping it up. So going once, going twice, what do you all want to do?